Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Dennis, and this previous weekend I went to the Star City Games Con in Syracuse. The Star City Games Con is for mostly Magic the Gathering players to come and play Magic. I've been playing Magic the Gathering, which is a card game, since I was about 8 or 9, so for the past like 11 or 12 years. And I've never really had the chance to go to a big in-person event like this before. Like, I've been to a few game stores to play some Magic. I've obviously played Magic with my friends and online, but I've never actually gone to like a huge convention. So since there was a convention located in Syracuse, which is where I'm from, I was like, heck yeah, why would I not go when it's right over there? So I went. When you go in, it's mostly a ton of vendors. So people who will buy cards off you, or you can buy cards off of those vendors. Both local vendors and more well-known vendors were there. There were also a few artists that were there that actually make the art that you see on the Magic the Gathering cards, which I thought was super cool. And most importantly, there were events going on at the convention. So the big headliner event that was going on was the $30,000 Modern event. There are different ways and different formats in which you can play Magic. The two that I normally play are Standard and Commander. So Standard is really the main competitive format. There is a cycle of a handful of sets that you can play, and that you use those cards from those sets to play in competitive. And then Commander, you have like a 100 card deck, and one card is like the general of your little army, and you make a deck around that commander. So those were the events that I was interested in playing. If I knew how to play the Modern format, I don't really know a lot about it. I don't really know the strategies or what sets are included in it, so I didn't participate in the Modern format. But mostly everyone that was there to take part in the $30,000 tournament. So the two events that I wanted to play in were the Standard event and the Mystery Booster event. So basically, when you buy Magic cards, you can buy them in booster packs, you know, like your regular trading card booster packs that you typically see. For Mystery Boosters, Wizards of the Coast made these booster packs that would include a whole list of cards from a ginormous range of Magic history. I think there's like 1,400 different cards that you can get in a pack of 15 cards. So in the Mystery Booster Sealed event, you're given 6 booster packs, and they say, okay, make a deck. And that's what I would be competing with. So unfortunately, the Standard event that I wanted to participate in never actually ended up happening, because lo and behold, I was the only one that signed up for the event, which I was kind of surprised about. Like, I was expecting a lower number, but not for me to be the only one. So that event never ended up happening, which is completely understandable. The Mystery Booster event did end up happening, which was super, super, super fun. The way that they ran the event was by doing Swiss rounds. So basically, round 1, everyone plays against a random opponent. Round 2, you play against someone with the same record as you. For example, if you won a game, your second round you'll be playing against someone who has won a game. And then the third round is the same. You'll be playing against someone with the same record. Okay, so I'm going to explain to you my deck. So these were some supporting cards that I got, but this wasn't part of my main deck strategy. So I built a mostly white-green deck. That my bomb of the deck, which is basically the most like powerful or your game-winning card, is Felidar Sovereign. Has lifelink, and at the beginning of your upkeep, if you have 40 or more life, you win the game. So while that didn't win me any specific games, there was a pretty specific and clear win condition to try and work towards. So some supporting cards that I had was Paladin of the Bloodstained, which creates a 1/1 lifelink. There are other cards here that produce life gain as well that will help me get closer to that 40. And although it wasn't possible to get to the 40, I had a lot of resources to be able to use Blinding Soul Eater, which is one of my early game creatures that I wanted to get out. If I either pay 2 life or tap a plains, I can tap a target creature, which for 2 life, when I'm getting a lot of life gain, that can have a lot of value. Same with Elves of the Deep Shadow. As a turn 1 ramp creature that will deal damage to me when I tap it, but since I'm getting so much life, I'm able to actually use the card efficiently. I had Angel Song, which prevented all combat damage that would be dealt this turn, so basically making my opponent's combat phase useless once they tap all of their attacking creatures. Titanic Growth is a good response or a good trick play to either kill someone else's creature or really get a lot of life out of the opponent. Lightning Bolt, that's just a classic quick removal. An interesting card that I opened was Eater of Days, which is a 4-drop flying trample, but when it comes into the battlefield, I have to skip my next 2 turns. So in most cases, I feel like this would be completely unplayable, but I did run out of options in one of my games, and I was like, oh, fuck it. Let's do it. And I was almost able to keep him on the battlefield for those 2 turns, but at the end of my second skipped turn, my opponent was able to actually take it down miraculously. So that did not go to plan. However, I did have a lot of fun building a deck for the first time in a sealed format. I have never done anything like that before, and I had a really good 3 matches that I played. This is also the playmat that I got with a signature as well, so I just wanted to show that off in this deck review of how I played. I was also able to get, this isn't the real card from the Cat Secret Lair, but I made a proxy of it because I'm in the process of building my girlfriend a commander deck based on cats, and she thought this card was really cute, so I got this proxy signed. And then since I won a couple of games, I was able to redeem some tickets, and using those tickets, I bought a couple of tokens. These are foil. They are, I'm pretty sure, Star City Games exclusives. Both foil. You can't really tell the foiling from my iPhone camera, but that's okay. And then a matching pin, which I just think is freaking adorable. Look at this! I won't put it on my backpack or anything because I feel like pins tend to fall off my backpack. So I recently got a cork board, and this one will be one of the pins that I put right above my snail tank. Hell yeah, baby. Now, these were the rest of the cards that I had pulled that I didn't use, none of which really caught my eye in terms of value. I think the most expensive card that I pulled was Coat of Arms, which is a really cool card that I would have used in my deck, but I actually didn't have a single creature that shared a type, so this would have been pretty much a junk artifact that wouldn't have gotten me anywhere. But yeah, it's cool that I was able to pull a kind of an expensive card from one of the 6 packs that I opened up. So, round 1, I won 2 of the 3 matches that we played. The first match I lost because I was letting myself take way too much damage. Round 2 I won because I was able to get out my bomb card, the Felidar Sovereign, and basically just get a ton of lifelink and just life out my opponent. And then match 3, I also won because my opponent could not draw any land cards. God bless them. So I won the first one. Second and third rounds, I ended up losing, but they were both still super enjoyable. The second round, all 3 of our matches were super fast-paced. We played really good games. It was really competitive. Round 3 was pretty similar, but my opponent was just generally had a better deck and also just better game sense than I did, so he won. It was really fun to play. I would have definitely done the mystery booster event that was happening on day 3 of the convention, but I don't have another $50 to drop on mystery boosters like that, so I chose not to. But I did do a bit of shopping around the convention as well. So first I got some spirit tokens by one of the artists, Jeff Lobenstein. I'm not quite sure how to say his last name, but he does some of the magic art. This is a custom token that he has that he also signed. I got 5 of those because the standard deck that I play is mono white aggro, and that uses spirit tokens, and I actually didn't have any going into the convention, so I was like, yeah, let me get these freaking sick tokens. So yeah, I got 5 of those, and I got a playmat featuring art made by Andrea Radic. She does a lot of cute Magic the Gathering art. And then since I won some mystery booster games, I ended up getting tickets. So it's kind of like Chuck E. Cheese. So if you win games, you get tickets to redeem for prizes. So it's like Chuck E. Cheese, but for super nerds. So I also got some cat tokens, and I got a matching pin. So yeah, overall it was a really enjoyable experience going to Scg Con in Syracuse. I would definitely go to another convention, given that there will be a standard event. Or maybe I'll teach myself how to play Modern and get into that. But overall, super enjoyable experience. I would recommend anyone whether you're a beginner in Magic or super experienced Magic player, it was really fun. And you get to meet a lot of different people and play with a lot of different people, so thank you, Star City Games, for hosting a convention in Syracuse. I typically don't do Magic the Gathering videos because that is not something that I feel that I am skilled enough to talk about frequently on my channel. I normally do videos about books, but if you happen to like this kind of video, please let me know in the comment section below. Leave a like and maybe even subscribe if you really want to. Okay, bye.